Tournament poker player. How early did you get that in your career, Jonathan?
First year I played, I lost pretty much everything I touched. Then the second year I had an early score for like 320K, but then I had $1 million score shortly after.
There you go. So it's second
2 years of live poker. But the first 3 years I played literally every day of my life on party poker.
Wow.
Every single day. I took
Full
no
circle.
off days.
Interesting spot here for Emma. She does have quite a strong heads-up hand, but not one you're necessarily crazy about. You know, facing a 3-bet. Certainly an argument to continue here.
So this is a spot where if we were playing normal poker, where she raised the cutoff and let's say button 3-bet, you would definitely be folding the king-9. But heads up, you just have to play more hands. And right here, you have to ask, do we have 33% equity? You do, right? A lot of the time. And we're also in position.
Oh, and she is 4-betting here.
So she's using it as a bluff, which I think is also viable. I would be tempted to 4-bet slightly weaker hands, like maybe king-8, king-7. But, you know, king-8, king-9, certainly a fine way to do it.
Well, if she doesn't want to call the king-9, it's effectively the same thing as the king-8, isn't it?
Right. If you're whatever the bottom of your folding range, or the bottom of your calling range / top of your folding range, those are all pretty good hands to use as a bluff. Now, should Patrick stick around?
I mean, I think there's a chance he would shove, to be honest.
He has to put in 2.2 to win what is going to be $8 million.
I don't think he's going to want to call, but...
Pot odds are a fun thing, heads up.
I could see him shoving, to be honest.
I think shoving would be a little bit maniacal. But hey, nothing wrong with being a little bit of a maniac.
He does call. Nice. What do I know?
I mean, really. Again, you always have to look at what am I being offered. Am I going to realize 27% equity with 7-5 suited out of position? I mean, it's tough, but you probably are. There are no payout implications anymore. They're just straight up playing a heads-up match.
Emma raise, Patrick 再 raise, Emma 4-bet, Patrick call。咁呢一連串嘅行為究竟代表啲咩呢？第一點 ，Emma 嘅 range 係強過 Patrick 嘅 range， 因為你會知道如果 Patrick 有一啲強嘅牌啦，佢會再 raise 翻 Emma。第二點，雙方嘅 range 都屬於係強嘅，雖然呢個係 heads up 啦，咁去到 4-bet 同埋 4-bet 嘅 calling range 咧，咁佢哋之間嘅牌咧都係一啲好強嘅。第三點 ，Patrick 係擁有更多嘅同花牌同埋更多嘅對子，因為喺 call 呢個行為上邊咧已經排除咗 Patrick 一啲非同花牌，例如係 King Queen off 啊 ，King Jack off 啊 ，Emma 其實有較少嘅同花牌嘅，因為如果佢有一啲中等嘅同花牌啦，佢會選擇 call 人哋嘅3次下注，而唔會再 raise， 因為當佢 call 人哋嘅3次下注嘅時候，佢本身揸住一副唔錯嘅牌啦，同埋佢有 position。咁但係當佢選擇 4-bet 嘅時候，人哋再 raise， 佢可能要抌咗一副唔錯嘅同花牌，咁樣會比較可惜嘅。所以 Emma 4-bet 呢個行為咧，其實都暗示咗佢有同花牌嘅機會係相對細啲。咁最尾 turn out 出到嚟咧，兩個都係佢哋嘅 range 最弱嘅牌，即係佢哋都唔會想見到呢個情況發生嘅。尤其是 Patrick， 佢而家係一個位置上嘅劣勢，攞住一副超弱嘅牌。但係 Patrick 嘅 call 咧都算合理嘅。第一，佢有一個好嘅底賠率啦，佢只需要 call 多220萬去贏張台本身嘅540萬。咁最後計算出到嚟，佢需要有 28.9% 嘅贏率去合理化呢個跟住。第二點係佢知道 Emma 係一個超級 aggressive 嘅對手，所以佢相對上嘅 calling range 係比較闊，而咁樣去抗衡 Emma 嘅侵略性。之後睇下個 flop 究竟咩
？For 300,000 Canadian dollars. So if it's plus EV, it's plus EV. It probably just is.
flop 出嚟係670為先，咁呢個 flop 好自然咧就係有利於 Patrick 而不利於 Emma。首先第一點啦，就好似頭先所講 ，Patrick 係會能夠擁有同花，而 Emma 係較少機會有同花。第二就係670呢啲中間嘅牌咧會連結 Patrick 個 range 較多，所以 Emma 喺度算係有一個 range 嘅 disadvantage。咁亦都睇到咧 Emma 喺度選擇 check，turn 嚟咗一隻梅花 ace， 咁好明顯呢隻牌係有利於 Emma。即使 Emma 唔中呢隻 ace 啦，佢都好大機會可以 wrap 呢隻 ace。咁 Patrick 喺度其實都冇乜嘢可以做到，但係佢仍然 ahead 一啲牌咧，例如 King Queen 一隻葵線，或者係King Jack 一隻葵線之類嘅牌啦。
It's always a tense spot because you know the pot's already huge, lots of money could go in the pot. Emma has to be careful because if she makes a huge bet, it may result in Patrick only calling when Emma is just crushed. But at the same time, you want him to fold.
咁 Emma 喺個 turn 度打咗大約4成嘅底池。
Patrick is in a miserable spot. And you know when you do call that pre-flop 4-bet, you realize you are going to under-realize your equity, meaning that pre-flop you had 38%.
Oh my god.
He decides to stick around. He can only beat stone.
Patrick 跟住，雖然呢個唔係一個好嘅情況啦，咁但係當你最初用 7-5 suited 去咁樣玩嘅時候，你應該要預示到你自己會遇到一啲咁困難嘅決定。Turn back 其實相對細啦，咁所以 Patrick 應該更加傾向要跟住嘅。咁而家佢副牌咧，純粹變咗一副 bluff catch 嘅牌，佢同時間亦都有心理準備咧，喺個 river 嗰度 Emma 會打得好大，而佢亦都需要去 call 嘅。所以呢度已經講咗啦，就係譬如我哋打牌嘅時候，我哋至少有個 planning， 知道我哋會遇到咩問題咯。如果你喺一啲唔好嘅 position 打一啲唔好嘅牌咧，佢會要你賠上好多咯。跟住睇下 river 究竟係咩
？3. Brick City on the river. Does Emma go for it? This could be over right here if Emma goes for it, and Patrick decides to be a hero. And I'll tell you, Patrick has hero called Emma once already, and he hero called me yesterday in a huge pot as well. So he is a hero caller, if I've ever seen one. And I mean, we also know Emma loves to bluff. She has an ideal bluffing hand. I mean, it seems rather insane that this would somehow be an all-in pot, but it really could be. Will she go for it? Does this king high have any showdown value at all? And I think the answer is close. Griffin, what's going to happen? I'm so nervous.
It's hard because she's trying to figure out what hands he has that would call the turn and maybe fold river. What kind of 10? Yeah.
She does it.
I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Now.
咁 Emma 最尾都係決定咗去 bluff 嘅。我都幾贊成呢個 bluff 嘅。首先第一佢有隻葵扇9啦，佢 block 咗一啲同花嘅組合啦。第二就係佢唔需要攞最強牌先會 all in 嘅，譬如佢有 Ace King 一隻葵扇啦，咁其實佢都可以做呢個決定。第三點，佢哋而家喺總決賽嘅最後一個對決，即係最後 heads up， 咁更加係應該去 bluff 啦。咁而喺 Patrick 嘅角度，佢嘅 pot odds 都係唔錯嘅，出到嚟佢需要 27.44% 嘅勝算去合理化呢個跟住。咁同 Emma 一樣啦，因為 Patrick 係喺一個總決賽最尾嘅對決，所以我更加覺得佢應該傾向去跟住。咁最後再講多一次啦，打牌嘅時候最好有 planning， 即使一個翻牌前嘅小錯誤咧，令到你 flop、turn、river 全部決定都變得好困難，咁所以咧就要諗一諗咯。咁最尾 Patrick 係成功 call 咗，然後贏咗成個比賽嘅。不過呢個都係一個非常之困難嘅 decision， 唔知你又會 call 定係 fold 咧？記得留言喺下邊講低。
I think that was all the money. Patrick, Sarah, just like that.
Wow,